Tell us your name. Please describe yourself and what role you play in the family unit. Are you the drill sergeant, nurturer, couch potato, matriarch, etc.?
Well, my name is Trey. Well, that's what I go by in my family, Trey Gooden. And the role I play in this family, man, I'm the big dog up in this piece. You know, I look at myself as the breadwinner, I guess is what they call it. I'm the leader of the family, you know, the one that tries to take care of everybody. You know, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
What are you? Describe yourself more.
I'll describe myself more later.
Okay.
Well, I'm silly. Well, let me go ahead. All right. I'm silly. I'm trying to be cool right now because we're doing an interview, but I'm real silly. I like to have fun. My favorite thing to do is laugh. I love telling jokes. I like to imitate people. You know, you never know. So I like to make people smile, especially my family and my baby. So I'm well, I guess that's probably going to come later.
Yes.
But I just like to enjoy life. That's just me. I'm a hard worker. I do keep going. I like to complete things that I've started. So that's pretty much me right there.
How would you describe your family?
My family, wow. My family is complex and crazy, but loving. We have what I would call a kind of a melting pot family, where we have kids from previous relationship and then the core, which is me and my baby. I have two girls from a previous relationship, not biological, and 7 and 5, Stella and Gianna. And I have 2 stepchildren, Brianna and D'Angelo, and then there's my baby who brings everything together. And we have our little dog, Princess. We are a family that I wouldn't trade in for the world. We're not perfect, but I love each and everybody in my family, and I would die for them. So,
what do you do, and what is your occupation?
Wow, man, I'm a magician. I'm just funny. I'm currently a teacher. Starting this year, I'm going to be a 5th grade teacher. I taught as a 4th grade teacher for 6 years. Prior to that, I was in IT, where I build and repair computers, as well as support users through technology and software. But currently, I am an elementary teacher. I also DJ on the side, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of skills. You know, my baby sounds like comedian. Really, Princess, right now? This is a moment we're having right here. But she probably needs to go to the party. You know, there's a lot of things that I love to do, but currently my occupation is being a teacher.
My degrees, dude.
Oh, my degrees, wow. Whew. I have a bachelor's of science from Syracuse University. I have a master's of education from Millersville University, and I have a specialist of technology and education from Lesley University. And my baby's pushing me to get my PhD, but right now my comedic, you know, my career as being a comedian, it's getting ready to take off, so
whatever.
I'm just not ready to write that dissertation yet.
Okay. Is your current community receptive to gay culture? Is there a gay outlet or sense of acceptance?
Wow. I particularly don't think the community is receptive to gay culture. And the reason for that is because coming from, I have to compare it to where I used to live before. And I'm comparing it to the north. I used to live in New York and I used to live in Connecticut. And I felt that I was able to be more open and more accepted up north than I am down here. I think there is still a lot of stereotypical thinking, as well as what I call backwoods thinking, in that people are still stuck back in the days as far as, you know, gays are bad people, gays are going to hell. I still hear and see demonstrations where up north I really didn't see a lot of that. So to me, the community down here is not receptive enough for me. Would I like for it to improve? Of course. But for me, it's not. Is there an outlet? Yes, there's an outlet. There's a very strong community, gay community here for gay people. There are always events as far as whether it's social gatherings or fun gatherings, we call it, where we have electrical drinks that ignite the soul, or if it's just basic conversation or small group dinners. There's always something going on. There's community work going on. So yes, there's a huge gay community here, which makes it a great place to have an outlet. But you have to find those outlets. It's not very visual all the time.
Okay. What are your relationships like with each of your fellow family members?
My relationship with my family members is quite different, of course. I'll start off with the young ones. My two girls, I feel that, to them, I'm mama, because that's what they know me as, but they see me and they still say, oh, you look like a boy. And I'm a nurturer to all the kids, my two as well as Brianna, because I just generally love children and I want the best for them and I want them to be successful. I would say I'm the disciplinary one for my girls. I'm learning how to be that with Brianna. And it's just, to the children, I am that parental figure. When it comes to my baby now, I'm a punk. But I know how to be strong when I need to be strong. But, she got me. I'm like butter in her hands, I'm like butter on 100-degree weather. I just melt in. I just want to satisfy her and make sure she's happy and she's good and just love all over her. And, it's kind of crazy, but whatever. I'm never going to say no more about that.
I'm blushing over here. What is a stress in your daily life? What are the obstacles in your family? Is there anything keeping you from being closer? Please elaborate.
A stress in my daily life. A stress, I would say, finding the time to dedicate to my family and also my partner. That's a big stress for me, because I hate to feel that I'm not being attentive and not being that person that I need to be in my family. And my job takes a lot of my time, so that's a huge stressor for me. Obstacles, I would have to say financial, because there's a lot of things that I would like to do with my family, and places I like to go with my family, things I like to expose them to, and I'm not able to do that. And being the individual who I feel that I am within my family, I want to be able to do that. And not being able to do that is like, it's a huge obstacle. It's a barrier, and it kind of picks at your self-esteem a bit. Does it interfere with me getting closer with my family? Absolutely not. My feelings towards my family, nothing can ever affect that. It doesn't matter how big the situation is or how large the obstacle is. My feelings will always be constant and consistent when it comes to my family.
Please also describe the other family members through your own eyes. What you love about each family member, what bothers you about them, what do you fight about, what makes you scream at them, what grosses you out, and what do you laugh about? Spill the beans.
Wow, lots of beans to spill. Well, we're a farting family. We all like to fart a lot. And it doesn't gross me out because, it's just something that we do. So that makes me laugh. I like to blow a good one and then raise the cover and my baby just get hit and then she runs out the bed. So we laugh about things like that. What I love about my family is it doesn't matter what we go through. We find a way, or we talk about a way to fix it and make us a stronger unit. And that goes for everybody in my family. What bothers me about my family? I guess I can't really say anything truly bothers me because things that happen within our family is normal stuff. It's just normal. And for me to say that it bothers me would be me not allowing my family to be a family and to grow and to have, I guess, make mistakes. So it doesn't really bother me as long as we work on it, you know. What grosses me out about my family? Nothing. We're a family. I mean, we do things. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Oh gosh, yes. Our girls, they lick their fingers when they eat, and that really ticks me off. It really should, but it grossed me out. And Brianna burps so loud, but I do it too, so it can't really gross me out because we all do it. Even, you know, my baby does it at times, even though she's a lady. So the things we do are normal. So, I mean, if it gross you out, then don't come to our house. Screaming, oh God, kids, they get you out of character at times, when they don't listen or when they push you to that limit. And I've really been trying to work on that. But I talk loud naturally anyway, so it always sounds like I'm screaming. And that's my teacher thing there. I like to pronounce and enunciate what I say. So when I get really excited, my voice elevates. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that might be it. Like I say, we play a lot of jokes on each other. We mimic each other. You know, we watch TV and we laugh. We go out and we laugh at restaurants. You know, we do things like, you know, they do on that date night, or the movie, it's called Date Night, where the couple goes out and they try to, you know, talk like they're somebody else. Yeah, like they're the other couple. So, you know, we have a lot of fun.
Okay. When did you know you were gay? Did you always know?
Wow. When did I know I was gay? I would say that I knew I was gay when I was in elementary school. And I just love one of my teachers. Of course, she's a woman. I don't want to say her name because if she's alive and she ever sees this interview, I wouldn't. You know, but I love my teacher. I used to just look at her hair and her skin, and I would just be in awe. So I was really young. I was in elementary school. Did I always know I was gay? I would say no, because of my culture. I'm from the West Indies. I was born in Jamaica, raised there for 9 years. And being gay is a very negative thing. It's in the music negatively. It's said, it's voiced orally negatively. So if those feelings ever came about, I would probably suppress them at a young age. So I wouldn't say I always knew I was gay. It would be when once I came to the United States and I was in elementary school and I started being able to be me and be free and not have those, I would say, those closed-minded things around me that would prevent me from accepting those feelings that would come about. It's very interesting when people say they know that, you know, from when they were a tiny tot, that they were gay, because I don't think I ever got that opportunity because of how I was raised for the first 9 years of my life. So, unfortunately, you know, that wasn't the case for me. So it would be difficult to say that I always knew I was gay. It would be once I came to the United States in elementary school.
Okay. What was your situation like before you came out, and what is your current relationship status?
Wow, my situation, it was, you know, I tried the whole dating guys, but I didn't have a lot of boyfriends. I had a lot of friends that were guys because I liked being around them, because I liked who they were as just human beings. I liked their muscles. I wanted to get their muscles. I liked the way they walk, so I would watch how they walk and I would try to imitate it. So what I did was I just drained myself into sports. So that took the opportunities and the I always say the opportunities of having to date boys. So, I was always like one of their homegirls, and, it was okay for me to dress like them, look like them, walk like them, even talk like them, because that was the environment that I suppressed myself in. What is my current relationship? Wow, I am so open. It's ridiculous. I'm like an island with nothing surrounding me but water. Can't nobody tell me what I can be and who I can be with right now, because being gay is my life. That's who I am. And I would never be closeted for anyone again, not even a family member. Currently, I'm happy to be me. I'm happy in my relationship. I'm happy with my family. I'm happy that I can be at my job and be me and not have to feel like I have to pretend that I'm someone else. So I'm in a good place right now.
Are you single? Because you didn't say.
I'm so not single. I did not get to that part of the question as of yet.
Whatever.
I wasn't closing it out, but I was getting real close to that. I am engaged, happily engaged to my baby, Tonya Johnson. 3 years, going on 4. It's irreplaceable. It's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. Everyone said they've been in love and they love others, but when you have the feeling of this is the one, it's like you can't describe it. It's like that perfect dessert that you just have to taste it to know what it's like.
Were you in any previous relationships? What is that dynamic like compared to your current relationship?
Yes, I had previous relationships. The one that I would compare it to would be the one with my kid's mom. We were together for 5 years, and the dynamic there was, everything starts out great, but then I started to feel like I couldn't be me. I felt like I was under a microscope, to say, and I was not living a life that I wanted to live. I wasn't able to express things that I wanted to say without feeling like I was being under a microscope in a way. And I wouldn't blame that on the person I was with. I would blame that on myself, because can't no one tell you what to be or who to be. You choose that. So I felt like I stifled myself in that relationship in a way that I couldn't be me. And in comparison to my relationship now, my baby allows me to be me and speak freely. I've never been in a relationship where I was able to talk about every and anything, no matter the topic, and not feel like, oh my gosh, once we get mad at each other, it's going to come back up. So that's not the case, and I'm happy about that. I feel like if I'm going through something, I can go to my baby and talk to her about it, whether it's something she wants to hear or not. I know I have that open ear, that listening ear, and that open mind to give me feedback as first a friend, a best friend, and then as a partner. So it's a great space in it.
Oh, that's so sweet, baby. Okay, wait. Get to the next one. What was the turning point when you came to terms with your sexuality? What made you decide to come out, and when and how did you come out?
What was the turning point? Wow. I was tired of making up excuses. I was tired of dressing, having to feel like the societal pressure of dressing a certain way to not get the questions of, why do you look like a boy? I decided to come out at the age of 19 when I met my first girlfriend, and she was out, and I saw how happy she was and how comfortable she was in her skin and in who she was as a person, as a gay person, and how accepting her family was. And I wanted that so badly. And I decided that I was no longer going to hide who Trey is from anyone. So I decided to just live my life the way I wanted to. And I was able to do so, and do so comfortably, because I, like I stated before, I lived in Syracuse, and my family members did not live there. They resided here in Georgia. So I never had to be around my family and be that person. I was able to be out in the community, be around my friends, who remained my friends, and be me. I was able to go out where I wanted to go. I was able to have a girlfriend and walk and hold her hand and do things that made me feel comfortable in being in my gay skin. So, that was the story on that. And I was happy that I was able to do it at such a young age. I consider it to be young, at 19.
Did the coming out process affect your family? Please elaborate.
I wouldn't say I had a coming out process, because I was out before my family knew. I was out to friends. I was out to coworkers. I was out to my New York community. And once I decided to tell my family, it was hard. It was very difficult. There was a death in my family, and we had to travel back to Jamaica. And at the time, I had a partner, and I'm the type of individual where I go, my partner goes, and my partner wanted to support me during that difficult time. So I knew I had to tell my family, because everyone was going to be in the same space. So what I decided to do was start with family members that I was very, very close to and felt comfortable with. So I started with my auntie, and I did it through email because that's my personality. I'm a better writer than I am a speaker, I think. And I sent an email to my aunt, and just pretty much telling her who I am, what I am, and that I'm gay. And I didn't get a response at first, and I sent that same email to my sisters, one who's older than me and one who's, actually, they're both older than me. What am I talking about? They're both older than me. So I sent an email to my sisters as well. And I was shocked, because the response that I anticipated was totally the reverse. My oldest sister, who at the time I was closest to, I thought would be the more accepting and understanding one. And it was the total opposite. Her initial reaction was, this is wrong. You weren't raised like this. You're going to hell. I mean, it was the kind of response that sent me into a pretty much, well, F you kind of a mannerism. If you can't take me, then you don't need me as a family member. You don't need me as a sister. And we really weren't as close as I thought. And it really hurt. My other sister, who's a couple of years older than me, reacted total opposite than I expected of her. She was totally understanding. I will never forget, she said, no matter what, you'll always be my sister, and I love you. And that really touched me, because I felt like it didn't matter what, I had somebody in my family who would love me. Mm-hmm. And that made me feel good. But, that was my coming out story.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Love you. How did your kids react to having gay parents? Were they always comfortable with this knowledge? Has this been a difficult or easy process? How have their social lives been affected? And are they open with their feelings towards your sexuality?
My children have no social life. They're young. They're toddlers. They grew up knowing they had 2 moms, now 3 moms, and that's all they've ever known. And they've always been comfortable with that. At a young age, even correct their friends at school or at daycare. When their friends were referred to me as, "Oh, Gianna, your daddy's coming to get you," she'll look at them like they're crazy and go, "That's not my daddy, that's my mama." And my oldest, who attends my school, she loves me for me, and all her friends knows that I'm her mom, and she has, another mom who comes and visit her. We don't hide it. They've always known this is their life, and they don't know any other different. They know that there's a dad, but there isn't a dad in their family setting. And it hasn't affected their social life because they're comfortable in who they are and who we are as their parents. And they're just kids.
Do you have any extended family, neighbors, best friends, or co-workers that have strong opinions of your sexuality or parenting techniques? How do these opinions affect you? How do these opinions affect your children? How do they cope with it at school? Please elaborate.
Okay. Extended family, I would say, 2011 and 19. Wow, that's a long time. My extended family is coming around to accepting me for me, because they know that if they don't, then there really is no relationship with me. Because if you cannot accept me and my current family, then I cannot be in your space, because I will not be phony. I will not pretend that I am heterosexual for anyone, not even for my extended family. So, they used to have a very strong opinion about my lifestyle, because that was our culture. That's all they know, and that's how they grew up. But I think having me as a gay person in a family is almost forcing them to visualize, see, and observe what it is like to have a person that's gay and what their life is like, and seeing that it's no different than being in a heterosexual family. My friends, they wouldn't be my friends if they can't accept me for who I am. I would not befriend or be friends with people who cannot accept my lifestyle. That's just me. Now my coworkers, them on the other hand, I am sure, and I have heard that they have issues with my lifestyle, but they have never voiced it to me, because they know how I am as a professional. I speak my mind, and I would defend my sexuality to the utmost. Mm-hmm. And, for them to come to me and voice that opinion, they would have a very, very strong, aggressive discussion on their hand, because if I have to accept you as a heterosexual, then you're going to accept me as a homosexual. And, that's just what it is. I have been fortunate to be able to walk into my workplace as me, in my tie, my men clothing, my short haircut, and be me. And they know that I am gay. I have a gay family. My partner can come there. We actually went to a function not too long ago, which was a company function. It was a teacher function. And I held my partner's hand. I hugged her. And I didn't care what anyone thought, because if you can hold your husband's hand, I'm going to hold my baby's hand. If you can pull out your wife's chair, I will pull out my baby's chair. So, love me for who I am, and that's just it. Has their opinions affected me? I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't hurt to hear someone talk negatively about my lifestyle. Of course, that hurts, but I would never show them that. And I would never let them know that it's affecting me in a hurtful manner, because I always believe in showing a strong and established front to those outside of my circle, my inner circle, which is my family. So, that's pretty much it.
I like that. Has your family's unique situation gathered a lot of attention around town? Is this negative or positive attention? How has this attention affected your everyday routine?
it has, we have gained a lot of attention around town because of who we are. If you see all of us together, you know, I think we're a good looking family. I mean, that's going to draw attention, first of all. Anyway, my baby is sexy as hell. You know, I'm very handsome.
That's
Our
right,
children are beautiful. So just from outside appearance, we're going to draw attention to us. And once they recognize that I am a girl, I almost said a man, that's pretty crazy. Once they recognize that I am a woman, then that's where the double takes and the, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, sir, you know, that's when they'll say things like that. I wouldn't say it's negative. You know, again, with me being a teacher and we're in a setting where all of us are there at a function, that forces people who are not used to seeing gay families to look at us, accept us, and deal with us. And I would consider that to be positive because I feel like we're showing them, even though we're gay, yes, we can still have children. Yes, we can still raise children. Yes, we can still smile. Yes, we can still be happy. Yes, we are normal. So to me, that's a positive attention in the heterosexual community. As far as the gay community, my baby draws attention anyway because she's well known. I am becoming known because of who she is in the gay community. And our show, you know, our Trey and Tonya Loveology YouTube show that we've launched the end of last year has also drawn attention to us as a couple and as a family because we discuss family issues, we discuss couple issues, we discuss life issues, and you know, our name is out there, our face is out there, so that in itself draws attention to us. And again, it's not negative, it's positive attention.
How do you think your children handle having gay parents? How do you think it affects them in their daily lives?
Our children handle us like, I don't think they look at us as being different. I mean, yes, we are two female in a household raising children, whether it's our own or stepchildren. They look at us as parents. They don't look at us and go, oh, we have gay moms, you know, we have gay parents. It's, I would say, you know, for our younger children, our toddlers, they haven't been introduced to the word gay. They just know us as their parents, and we set the rules and you follow it. You know, it's a little bit different for Brianna because she does know what the term gay means. She herself is gay. So she's able to understand what that means, knows what that means, and she has to, you know, deal with society in terms of us. And I don't think it affects any of our kids because we go out, we still laugh. No one is hiding or saying, well, you guys go first, I'll come next. We walk together as a unit. We sit, we eat, we laugh, we travel, we shop, we do everything as a unit. So I don't think it affects our social life at all. Not from our perspective anyway.
Okay. Can you recall a time your family has experienced any hardships? Have you overcome them? How has your family's unique situation inspired you to keep moving?
Yes. We've experienced hardships, and I would say the one that stands out most to me would be when my partner and I went through our breakup. Let me not call it a breakup. Our temporary separation.
How many weeks?
It was only 3 weeks. And it was a great 3 weeks, though, in the terms of where we are today. It was very difficult at the time that it occurred. And again, I can only speak from my perspective because this is my interview. But it was difficult for me. I felt like I would never love somebody again the way I loved her. I didn't know how I was going to pick up the pieces. I knew I had to, and I knew I had to because, you know, I still had my girls, my 2 little girls to live for and take care of. But it was very, very hard. My heart was broken, but at the same time, I understood why she left. I don't have to agree with why she left, but I understood why she left. But when the interaction, the conversation occurred between her and I, it was almost like, okay, I'm dreaming. What's the catch? Okay, Ashton, you're punking me right now, because I didn't ever think that I would be able to get her back, because I didn't think I was able to. But I think that separation time that we had made us think and realize and recognize what we had in each other, what we had as a future, what we had as a family, all the great possibilities that we wouldn't have been able to grow upon and build on had we not come back together. And I was able to do a lot of self-searching during that time, soul-searching, growth. I know it's three weeks, but when you don't have a partner around and the house is empty and there's walls talking to you and you talking back to yourself, you do a lot of growth and self-reflection and evaluation. And I was able to, kind of look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, what do you need to work on and able to have a successful relationship? And this is before I even knew my baby, wanted to have a discussion, and before we had a discussion about getting back together. So that was the most trying part, I would say. Did we overcome it? Of course. Look where we are right now. I mean, we're getting married and, we're happy. We're laughing more. We're talking more. We're communicating better. Our house is better. Our children are better. Our dog is better. We're just at a different place. And what was the last part? I can't believe I forgot that.
How has your family's unique situation inspired you to keep moving?
How has it inspired me? That even in the worst of worst situation where you think you can't fall any lower or get any more sad, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, as long as you believe that you can reach that light. And, I've always had the mentality of never giving up, never giving up. I would never be disrespectful, but never giving up and always believing in fulfilling your dreams. And it just makes me, it just confirmed to me that when you believe in something, you don't have to force it to happen. It just happens naturally.
What lessons do you try to teach your children about homosexuality and acceptance? Are they receptive?
Okay. Again, I'll start with Brianna because she's the oldest and she understands the lifestyle of, being a homosexual, is to always be comfortable in who you are. It doesn't matter what anyone says about you or in reference to your lifestyle. Be comfortable, be strong, and be positive, and be a teacher, not a ridiculer. Don't engage in combative arguments where you feel like you have to say something negative about that person if they're ridiculing you and your sexuality. Just to always be strong and positive because of the tremendous amount of negative stereotypes that are out there in society about homosexuals. We are trying to be that family that erase that. We probably can't erase it all at once, but we're chopping at it and we're trying to do the best we can to erase it, not just through our show, the Trey and Tonya Loveology show, but through our family, the way we present our family. As far as my younger girls, I really haven't had that deep discussion about homosexuality because I just don't think they're age appropriate for that. If they do ask questions, then I do address it at the level that they will understand. But with any children, you teach them respect and manners and just striving to be the best and, being a hard worker.
What would you like the world to know about raising a family while being a gay parent?
That we're no different. What I would like for others who are not familiar or in, part of gay families is gay families are no different than heterosexual families. gay families are loving people. We go through the same growing process as far as raising our children, as far as having household problems, as far as budgeting, as far as having careers. We are still human beings, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we sleep with. That doesn't define us as people. We have a lot to teach society. We have a lot to share with society, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Our sexual preference does not define us.
What is a day in the life like at your household?
Man, that changes. There's no day in the life. I mean, we have where, the grown-ups go to work and the kids go to school. But, that's basic stuff. We can do anything from washing the car, cutting the lawn, sitting, just lounging on the couch, having a family day, to, dancing, to the kids driving us crazy, to me and my baby just saying, listen, it's mom's time. Don't knock on our door. We need our moment. To, okay, let's get in the car. Let's go out to dinner. It varies. One thing we do maintain is we always try to find family time when everyone is here or when everyone's not here. I mean, it doesn't even matter. We eat. I like to cook. So, I'm the chef of the crew. So we eat and we laugh.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, my baby's hungry now. We need to complete this interview. But, we do always prioritize. So we're going to finish the interview, then she'll eat. But our family, man, our day is always different. It's something. There's always something going on in this household.
Can you recall a hilarious moment in the past year that had you all on the floor laughing?
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Well, besides the run into the wow. Gosh, a hilarious moment. Well, my baby thinks this is funny, but I don't, because I was, very serious at the time. My baby and I compete in pageants. I can't say we because the children haven't, and they haven't. But my baby and I compete in pageants. And I was rehearsing for my first pageant. And I was, pretty nervous. So I set up a camera and I was in the household. My baby was out because I can't, rehearse in front of her because she's a judge and she's hard. So I was here with the two girls, Gianna and Stella. And I had the camera set up and I was rehearsing. And I was really going in. I was getting to that moment of my talent where I was, getting ready to give, my pretend judges, which were my cushions on the couch, my wow moment. And my girls just kept crawling through my legs and they're running about and they're just doing all these, helicopter noises, and I just lost it. And I was in the middle of a gospel number, a very church, Holy Jesus, Hello God song. And I was just up to here from doing all these takes and trying to perfect my talent. And, I remember it was my little one who was crawling between my legs and I was trying to push her through. And I noticed that I couldn't complete my rehearsal because she was between my legs. And I just said, damn it, fuck, stop. And, I just lost it. But at the time, I didn't think it was funny. But when I played it back for my baby, she had me playing it about 50 times that night because she just could not stop laughing at the fact that I was so serious and, in my gospel number, and then my end result was saying the big F-bomb word. So I have to say that was one of the most funniest, and, my kids just had the expression of like, really? What the hell just happened? But, I would say that was one of the most funniest moments that we had and shared. Of course, the girls did not see that tape. But,
What sets you apart from all the other families with gay parents? What are you most proud of? Last question.
Last question. Okay. What sets us apart is that we do not try to hide who we are. We are very, very proud and confident in who we are, all of us, from the oldest to the youngest. I mean, there's no shunning of each other. There's no, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to go here because we're gay and people are going to look at us. We are strong, and we may say things to each other in the household, but can't nobody else say anything about or to us about our family members, because that's when we lose it. Not physically, but verbally, and orally. We're very protective of our family. So I think I would consider that very different about us. And the fact that we're able to gel a unit, that we all have our own personalities, and we can still come together as one and enjoy dinner and enjoy laughter and enjoy a movie. I think it's special and unique. What I'm most proud of is to be able to say I do have a family, and I'm proud to say that I have a family, because others, I believe, can say it, but they don't mean it, they don't believe it. And at the end of the day, every night, I can go to sleep and feel proud and feel happy that I have people in my space and in my household that I love. And I know, that I am playing a role of, creating thinkers and creating critical thinkers and creating observers and creating children that is proud of who they are, and creating a family that I'm proud of. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I am Trey Gooden, and I'm ending this interview like what? Hey, like what? What's up, Jordan? Finally, we completed our interview. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope your producers love it. My family is so excited. We would love to be a part of this documentary series. We want to be the pioneers of gay families.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. This is the Gooden Edwards Johnson family. And that's it.
Much love.
Much love, deuces.